Is this the smallest wireless mic you have ever seen? It's right there. When Godox reached out and said, would you like to review our wireless XT1 microphone? I was like, I don't know, what's so different about it? And when they said, it's very small, I thought it can't be that small. It's tiny. It was just like, wow. If you're anything like me, you are obsessed over audio. From day one of filming, like, what's the best way of capturing audio? How can you hide that audio? Ever since DJI came out of their small mic on Rode, I was like, it can't get much smaller. But believe me, it can. And it doesn't stand out like a sore thumb. Hey, you're wearing a microphone. And that's what I love about it. It doesn't tug on your top. So I said to Godox, yes, please. When can you send a unit? So what you're hearing right now is coming straight from this microphone. It sounds absolutely amazing. And there's no treatment on this at all. This is what it sounds like in our recording studio. But now we're going to switch with our treatment on top, and you can just hear the difference. You can hear that it's more bassy. It just shows you how much you can do with that audio in post-production. It just sounds perfect. And from somebody who's actually wearing this, I can't actually tell it's on my chest at all. And that really says a lot about a microphone. If you've got a wired microphone, you get the cables up and through. If you're using a DJI mic 2, it tugs on you slightly, but this doesn't. So to me, it's a game changer. I absolutely love it. But what about the range? So the Godox mics are rated at a 200 meter distance, but it's worth keeping in mind that's line of sight distance. So where we are right now, that's about 70 meters. So I can't quite get to 200 meters. I'm not sure why anybody would. So wish me luck. It's about 30 meters. So we're about 50 meters. To me, unless you're using a telephoto lens, what's the point of filming this far away? But I understand why they did it, and I'm not prepared to go to 200 meters. I'm telling you that. The other thing with these microphones, they actually focus on the range line of sight. But if I walk behind a tree, it shouldn't really dip out. You should still be able to hear me, because I don't know whether it's Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, you know, you should hear me walking behind things. But let's get back to our truck, and I'll get in the truck and see if the metal blocks it out. So line of sight is all very good, but what happens if you're hidden behind some metal? Now our truck is notorious for blocking signals, especially if we're using cameras on the back of it. So I'm going to get in it. Rob, who's filming, is about, I'd say 10, 12 meters away. Let's get unlocked, you idiot. So I'm not in line of sight and I'm sat in the truck, and you can still hear me. You can hear the sound difference. So when I actually stand up and say hello, did you hear me okay? Yeah, fine. Good stuff. So I would say this is one of the fairest tests you can do. Everybody likes getting out of vehicle and camera and talking. Anyway, back to me in the studio for some more stuff. So Godox came up with a very clever design. Let me just take this off. It's got a tiny magnet on the other side, which fits on like that. And then here, it's all in one case. You can see the other one. Look, you can see how it's just moving around, just going in. Just fits in there, magnets in there, closes it up. And this unit doubles, so it can just slide on top of your camera. So everything's compact and it's tiny. It's in one little thing. And not only that, you get the tiny case with it as well. So it's a very compact setup. So before I go much further, let's just dive into some of the specs. It has a nice touchscreen menu on the front of it. It's got premium acoustics, 48 kilohertz and 24 bits. You've got mono, stereo, and a safety track at -6 decibels. It's got a headphone jack for monitoring. Each little unit lasts up to 8 hours of battery life, and combined with the case is 16 hours. It has a plethora of cables for all your devices, to your mobile phone, to probably your action camera, and it connects to your computer as well. And best of all, it has a 200 meter line of sight range, and you get 2 microphones plus all the attachments which you'd expect from this sort of thing, from clips to dead cat to magnets. So as I said, these are very small, so small that I feel like you could just swallow it, which isn't a good thing, but you have to be conscious because they're small. Let's compare this to the DJI Mic 2, and you can see by size comparison, it's literally, I would say it's actually less than half the size. It is so small, and small doesn't mean worse, because what that actually means, what I first discovered when I put this on, magnetically on, is that it doesn't tug at your top. Unlike this mic, it tugs down. So that can help you out in a situation where somebody's wearing something a bit more loose. It's just nice and light, but you can also hide it as well. Let's talk about a couple of things which this doesn't have compared to the DJI. And that is, number one, a socket to plug in a lavalier microphone. Now, if you were to add a socket to this, basically a headphone jack, it would take up all of it. But because it's so small, I don't feel like you'd ever need to do that because you can just hide it so easily. The other thing it doesn't have is 32-bit float. Now, if you don't know what 32-bit float is, that means basically you cannot, almost impossible to peak your audio. It is really, really a game changer for audio. But you do have a safety track on this of -6 decibels. So as long as you're getting everything matched up in camera or on the mic itself, you're good to go. One of the things I really like about it is how everything's compact into this little case. And it's a nice handy little case. You can keep all your cables and your attachments at the top. Then underneath here, you can put in the actual microphone receiver and the microphones itself. Then the other side, you've got some other area as well. And I think that's really good. It's very clever. It feels really robust. So you can just zip it up. You can keep it on outside of your backpack and you'll be absolutely fine. I'm going to tell you, this hardly weighs anything at all. Okay, I mentioned about the 32-bit float and it doesn't have a headphone jack. I don't think that's a deal breaker at all because of the price. I was thinking it's going to be a couple £100, but it's not. It's £102. It's a third of the cost of DJI mics. And as you've listened to today, the audio is fantastic. I would never review a product we won't actually use in video production. I'm so excited about how handy these will be. I'm even contemplating of getting some more because I think that it's brilliant. I just love the size of it. I love the ease of use of it. So, but what do you guys think? Have you used Godox before? What are you using right now? If you want to know anything else, please comment below. And if you enjoyed this video and you're contemplating those DJI Mic 2s, I did a full review coming up next. Take care.